Alright, and welcome back to Wrath of the Righteous. We're going to head to the Enigma, which means we need Nenio in our party. So, I feel like the obvious choice would be to swap out Woljif, but we haven't seen Woljif and Enigma yet. I guess we can always bring him in a future run. Because it's still 4 new companions, right? Or 3 new companions between Camellia, Regil, and Darren. So I guess that'll do. I'm tempted to swap out Arushli instead. We also need someone to use a dagger to kill Reshkagal as well, since there's an achievement for that I haven't done yet. Let's go make sure that she is well equipped. Alright, slow that other Haramaki. Bit of an oversight on my part. Alright, so we can use grease. Okay. Makes her a little tankier. Some of these don't really matter since I'm gonna cast mage armor anyway. Do I have any gloves or boots? I was holding on to boots, and I guess I sold them. Oh, the monocle looks pretty cool. I don't think it actually has an effect. Yeah, nothing for these 2 slots, unfortunately. I might go back and buy stuff. I don't like her being under-equipped for the Enigma. Seems like a mistake to do so. Hey, Jeff. Yeah, we're getting close to wrapping up this run. We just have the Enigma, we have Eyes, and then Threshold. So, very close to the end. It's probably still another week's worth of streams. But overall, not a lot of content left to go through. When did I get that? Let's sell that. Alright. We had... boots at one point. What does she have as her cloak? Alright, so we're not using scrolls on her. We should, like 100%. Next time I use her as a main party member, I will focus more on scroll usage. Grab that. It's probably better rings as well. Okay. All of this is a little better than what she had. A whole bunch of nothing. I didn't see any gloves. Might check the other merchants to see if they have any gloves for her. I mean, the Ring of Evasion is okay, but it's definitely not optimal.
My legs carry me.
Taco, thanks, man. Welcome to the Little Dons. It's no problem. Just glad you're enjoying it. As always, make sure you take care of yourself first.
Forwards.
Entertainment
No,
comes
backwards.
second.
Backwards.
Alright, let's look for some gloves real quick. Source of Dividing Power. Let's see. Okay. Ton of scrolls, none of which I need. It's all junk. And their companions get a +1 morale bonus on all skill checks. That's interesting. Pretty solid ring. Didn't buy it this time around since my main character isn't really focused on persuasion. That's interesting. That's actually really good on Nenio as well. I don't know what he has equipped. Oh, the acid damage on grease. So a lot of the enemies that we do... What do you fight in Enigma? I know all those cultists are hanging around, and I think there's a retriever fight. I think that's better. I'm not going to cast grease for the damage. It will be for the knockdown. So, that is far better. Let's make sure she has all of her spells equipped as well. We also need to give her some rods. One, two, three, four, five, six. That's actually enough for everything we... Okay. The crate pit spell. Why not? Alright, there's our phantasmal killers. Yeah, just so it's symmetrical. That's how I select my spells, as always. Always for the symmetry. Alright, 3 castings of that. That's exactly what I need. Bunch of weirds. So, alright, let's just look at our rods. Yeah, there's cats.
Trail me.
Hoping to, hopefully, in the near future, find an artist to revamp my YouTube banner. And of course, the portrait, but that'll come later, because I don't know what I'm going to do with the portrait yet. I had submitted an entry for that Beam Dog competition. I don't think I won. Wasn't even mentioned in that listing that they posted on Steam. So. Alright, let's head to Enigma. Get to the Nameless Ruins first. We'll fast travel to Barileth Ford's outpost. What did he get a voice for? I know he paid enough to do a voice for Pathfinder. He was a $5,000 backer, I believe, was the requirement for that. But if all goes well, I might actually be involved in the writing for their next game, Rogue Trader. Okay, jerks. Well, let's heal up some folks before we do anything else. 144, yeah, let's get the champions healed up. Should be able to cast a second time. Yeah, I know he's one of the voices for this game. Let's see, I'm not gonna reach any of these guys, am I? Leaves the one unit of Ralakai, so if we can fight with, oh yeah, there's a general back there as well. I mentioned the other channels. I mean, you're more than welcome to. Unless you're embarrassed by it or something. In which case, you don't have to. Alright, we need to keep healing people so we don't go over our infirmary, which doesn't really matter at this point. This is the last real battle we have. Yeah, it's not really writing, it's a editing position. Alcat had posted a couple weeks ago. I just submitted the editing test today. So we'll see what they think of my editing skills and go from there. Because the requirements were someone with a, you know, writing, editing experience, and also they wanted someone knowledgeable in Warhammer 40k. Because what you're doing in this position is translating. Not translating. They translate for you, and they give you like the pure translated dialogue, and then you have to edit it so that it's coherent. But hopefully it gets my foot in the door, because I would love to write for games in general. It is one of my great passions. So I don't think that I have... Yeah, that's good. Finish him off. Yeah, I think it'd be pretty awesome. Because again, I'd love to write for games. That's my... where my passion is at, and that's what I would like to do. But, again, we'll see. I did sign an NDA for that. I don't know... I mean, I assume that talking about the job itself is not breaching the NDA, as I hope it's not. I've read it, it shouldn't be. I just can't talk about actual content. Yeah, I consider myself a medium-sized YouTuber. Whoops. So I feel like there's a lot more channels with, you know, sub 10,000 than there are in like the 10,000 and up range. Then of course large gets up there. I'd say like 100,000 or so is when you start becoming a large YouTuber. But like 10 to 90 is medium. Just based on the amount of channels that are out there. I wouldn't say my builds are odd. They're definitely vanilla. I think they're not meta. I have done one meta build before. But I don't know, I find a theme, I'm gonna try to stick to it. $100K in a year. I don't know about that. Took me 5 years to get to 11,000. But it is very consistent. I'm very happy with where the channel's at as far as growth and everything goes. It is extraordinarily consistent. I get on average like 250 subscribers a month. It varies a little bit. Like right now, the past 28 days, I think it's like 211 or something. I only know that because I looked it up. I had this guy, I had a weird comment on one of my videos. This guy thought I bought my subscribers. He's like, he said he followed me since the beginning, and that he doesn't think that with my, whatever word he used, the analytics, I could have this many subscribers. I was like, what are you talking about? So I went and looked up the actual stuff I was going to post it, but he deleted all of his comments, so. It was a weird series of, comments. He's being overly aggressive. Oh yeah, well I mean, yeah, it's still a pure BAB class, but yeah, it's doing okay on core. I mean, I have complaints,
calls me.
but it's
I'll take the bait.
Yeah. I'd say it's like a medium class. Alright, so I am the void and the emptiness, I am the starting point, I am infinite. Well, that sounds like a circle, right? Alright, I am the impetus to act. I am a reason for torture and a cause for insomnia. Tear my mask off and let it fall at my feet. Alright, it's probably a question here. Alright, I am the end of the road, I am superiority, I am loneliness. Yeah, that's the summit. Sure. I'm the unknown, I scare cowards, but reveal my secrets to the brave. Darkness. Yeah, I just found the whole thing really odd. I was gonna give him all my analytics. Like, if you've been around since the beginning, you've seen my channel, you know, consistently grow from like 28 subscribers up to, you know, where we're at now. So, I think it was just a troll. And I called him out, like, I'm not going to keep engaging with the troll. And I went to respond and show him give him the details, and he deleted all of his comments, so. You just can't take the bait. If you continue to be respectful and mature, yeah, eventually a troll is going to get bored and leave, so. Alright, I'm just going to click through all this junk. Seen it all before. Unless I see a new companion speaking.
Forwards? No, backwards. Backwards!
Yeah, we'll probably spend a couple streams here in the Enigma. There's a few puzzles here. I don't remember if I had to edit any of the episodes or my Let's Play to figure them out.
Trail me. Shall we move? We shall move.
There we go.
I'll cut you wide open.
Odd. That's right, you fight the statues here. I just remember the enemy type that was in this dungeon.
I hope you appreciate this.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder? No secrets can escape my prying gaze.
Yeah, I also understand if Outcat doesn't give me that job, because I don't have editing experience Let's have a creative writing minor.
This way.
This is her dungeon. This is her companion quest. Alright, so these strangers are actually really useful my first playthrough.
My dream. I will resist.
Alright, so we're fearing them. That's why they're becoming hostile and running away.
Save the last one.
But
Burn.
they were useful in my last run because I had a Dampier. And Dampier has the ability to feed on and immobilize, or I guess a dead enemy. So you can kill the... And please get back. For a buff. Then it gave you Fortitude and Temp HP. If I remember right.
Desna, guide my hand.
So we saw enemies in here. We don't really need to buff up.
I set my sight.
I don't think any of the fights in here are that difficult.
I will see to your demise.
Which, of course, I can say that now, but...
May I see your entrails, please?
Is not an option.
Let me at
I don't like how Nenio is
Kneel
getting in
before
front of
me.
everybody. She has a nasty habit of doing that.
This condition is irrational.
Also, her AI is turned on. But even when it's turned off, she'll like stop using her cantrips and run into melee.
This one's mine.
You're irrelevant. You should have listened to reason.
Like, her AI is turned off, but she's still trying to run forward and attack these guys. I don't like they're casting Sirocco on me, that's super annoying.
Press the attack.
What I was made for.
Alright, cool. Finally finished that fight. Darn. Hard fear effect. I mean, it's nice because I don't like being attacked, but...
I refuse to accept their statement. The spirits demand your blood!
Also makes it very difficult to attack them.
Retreat is not an option.
Alright.
Wherever my legs carry me.
I am helpful, am I not?
That guy has some cheese on him.
Forwards! No, backwards. Backwards!
Alright, so we can't go in either of those directions yet. We do have to go this way.
Trail me.
I guess we don't have any of the doodads yet. Okay. That's a clue for that puzzle. There's other symbols that we have to memorize. Now I'm just gonna take pictures of them as we discover them, but they also give you values for other puzzles. Because there's what, 3 different types of puzzles here. You have the matching puzzles. You have the what was the other one? The one with the number values. All the symbols that you find. And there's a third one, right?
Let's
Remove this obstacle.
wherever my legs carry me.
Alright, we're off to a good start. I think we need to get back and grab the gem out of this one, right? I don't think the door shuts after you do so. Oh, it does. That's annoying.
Forwards? No, backwards. Backwards!
I mean, you can kind of say it whenever she's in the party, right?
Trail me.
You require my unbiased opinion?
Oh, let's get rid of. Ugh, what a terrible skill bar. There we go. It's actually her more powerful form since
What's
you get
in
the
wait for me there, I wonder.
is it shapeshifting master? Whatever the I think I got it on her, did I? I did not. But you get the mythic feat. Alright, what am I missing?
This way. Wherever my legs carry me.
Oh, there's this. Yeah, I chose the refuse to answer option, but I should play along a little bit. I think the Trickster would.
Crave for adventure.
The riddle's like a game, right? So going forward, I'll actually participate in the riddles, but choose the funny options, of course.
You require my unbiased opinion?
Let's go and pull back and buff up.
So many thoughts, so little time.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
Operane sentes. Adayana. Inimosi pravisi. Inimosi pravisi. Inimosi pravisi. Inimosi pravisi. Inimosi pravisi. Matricium purinos. Inimosi pravisi. Una Adayana. 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 Inimosi pravisi. Una Adayana. Stadio. Inimosi.
Also, the monocle that she has does seem to be a permanent effect. I think of Trucy. We have on her now, but
Pravisi. Inimosi pravisi. Inimosi pravisi. Avranda gratior. Lesano zanio. Ala. Swa. Hea.
You require my
Rules are
counsel.
made to be broken.
Stagioni Savitur! Stagioni Savitur! Stagioni Savitur! Stagioni Savitur! Stagioni Savitur! Una Adayana!
I'm curious what causes this, like the reset on the spellbook. It sends you back to like the level 1 spells.
Una Adayana!
You think it'd be the targeted spells, but then I use spell resistance. It doesn't happen.
I'll carve my name onto your flesh.
I'm sorry they don't like that. That it cost them their lives.
I welcome
Like,
your
cut
company.
out that incessant chanting. And they attack us.
You require my unbiased opinion?
Inimosi pravisi.
Like, stop buffing all the time. They attack us.
Inimosi pravisi. Inimosi pravisi. Inimosi pravisi. Inimosi pravisi. Manishrim sukino. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana.
The pleasantries.
I saw about this heroisms for something else. We have greater heroism, so. But she doesn't know slow? Oh boy. That's right, I haven't been teaching her spells, so. Well, that's something. Be the worst idea to copy some of these. Well, she has all the spells that she needs, but. Well, some of these are rare spells. I'm gonna wait and give those to Woljif instead. Even if we don't use them. Alright, let's look at... some of these rods. So don't we need Empower? Persistent is okay. We could use that with, for basic castings of Phantasmal Killer that don't have the persistent meta magic on them already. Quicken is also pretty good for, like, weird and all that. We need a greater Quicken. Did I ever equip the Grandmaster Rod on somebody? I think I did on Moldiv. Do I have selective by chance? And we'll just grab another persistent, I think. One of those. Super good on Nenio. Well, congrats, man.
You are my favorite aide.
You have gotten further in it than I ever have. Oh, so this is a polymorph effect as well. We already have a polymorph effect? Maybe not.
I'm always open to ideas.
Alright, should be all set.
Close ranks.
They sacrifice.
Thank you for amusing me.
If it turns in this direction, let's avoid it if we can.
You are nothing but
I'll cut you wide open.
What's in we?
I sense something. The struggles never cease. I finished here. Is there more? I'm trusting you. I'm glad I was useful to you.
Oh, can I loot this chest from right here? Let's see. That's make a run down. Sometimes you can choose the elevation and interact with things you shouldn't be able to reach. Most notably at the Lost Chapel. You enter that cave before actually heading down below.
I can do this.
I spy? What do I spy?
I am helpful, am I not? I hope you appreciate
Yeah, that's the spirit.
this.
Brute force is always the best strategy. Alright, so we need to memorize this one. Alright, the Fatal Crusade, the last in line. Let's take a picture of that. So that's the H.
This way.
Yeah, thinking is for nerds, man. Just overwhelm them with brute force. Alright, so we have our first matching puzzle.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Please, allow me.
Oh, that's what it is. It's the row puzzles and then the matching puzzles. They just look similar, so I got it mixed up. Alright, so there's our spooky ghost. Oh no, that's a spooky ghost. What is this guy? Ah, so it's 3 of a kind. Is it? Should probably be writing this down, right? The 4 lines. I need 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have the H here, the X, the ghost. My doodles are awesome. All right, tic-tac-toe. The thing from Naruto, the Rasengan. No, that's the shoot. That's what Jiraiya taught Naruto. What's the eye thing that Sasuke had? Sharingan or something? It's upside down scythe, I guess. So, stupid 3-prong thing. Another H. 7. That's a scythe. Okay. So there are 3 ghosts. Oh no, that's the Z thing. That's not ghost. Alright, so far so good. No, it's from Naruto. It's something that the Uchihas have that they can like track move. It gets like it gets souped up throughout the series, but it starts off where they can basically track enemy movements. I think that's what initially was, right? Like they could counter, like they could see everything or understand everything an enemy was going to do, so they could counter it more easily. I like how we come in here, and Brezwell's cloak just chases all these guys away. That was in a polar ray. I mean, pretty dangerous if it hits you. I believe it does dexterity damage as well as cold damage.
I'll remove this obstacle.
I will resist!
The one of animate dead.
Let's shake a leg.
Alright, got our first crystal.
Forwards? No, backwards. Backwards!
Doesn't do anything for us yet, right? We power this one separately. Or not? Huh, thought we could.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Alright, let's go to the depths. Oh, we gotta wait on Bismuth. Probably heal him, since he's fatigued.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
Or just a lesser restoration.
This way.
Nice. Remember right, we don't have to spend too long in this area.
No secrets can escape my prying gaze.
I am helpful. Am I not?
Wherever my legs carry me.
Battle formation.
The spirits demand your blood.
I will.
Listen to reason.
Prepare yourself.
You are nothing before me.
Death note, guide my hand.
Forward!
I am your judge.
Backward!
You are today's sacrifice. Go for their hearts.
So these guys will cast pit spells, if I remember right. Yeah, Rift of Ruin. Yeah, screw that.
I'll cut you wide open.
Make your peace.
Crimson.
Ton of spells.
This one's mine.
I'll make short work of this.
I see your entrails.
Press the attack! Oh, thank you.
Oh, what is that?
Close
I'll remove
ranks.
this obstacle.
Trail me.
Okay, let's get a picture of this one as well.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Takes us back up top. There's one more crystal down here. Let's go back and grab it. I think there's two.
I am helpful. Am I not?
Yeah, that's one word for you.
Wherever my legs carry me.
I'll take a better picture, but whatever. The terrible angle.
Forwards! No. Trail me.
cause is certainly different from a simple massacre. The former is more bloody and performed with pinkies out.
What's in here?
Alright, should be good to head up top. I think we still need one more crystal so we can power that entire central area. Where you first come into the pyramid.
I hope you appreciate this. What do we have here? I am helpful.
This way.
It's either us or them.
The spirits demand your blood!
I keep trying that statue. It wasn't actually moving, so I couldn't tell what's gonna breathe next. Alright, we'll just pull back so we can get by the next casting.
The attack.
These mobs don't really pose a threat to us, so I can just kind of run around and take as many attacks of opportunity as I like.
Pain is my pleasure!
It is not an option. Nothing before.
What I was made for.
I'm just gonna park everybody right here.
Carry me.
I'm prepared.
And Rushline back into the room by herself. She's very fast and will not get hit by the spell. Or the trap.
Missed me already.
I shall not be swayed from my path. Each step is a new journey.
Alright, so this one's straightforward. We activate these two, we get attacked by the statues, and then we make our way through.
No time for debates. You are today's sacrifice!
This is where
Prepare yourself! Mind over muscle!
Yeah, so Ophidian is useless in this area. I should probably swap weapons. In fact, let's go and do that.
Precision and grace.
That's why it takes so long to kill the undead enemies, the mummies that we fight, because they also aren't affected by
Yes, behead.
Ophidian. It only targets living creatures. Alright, so this is the tic-tac-toe, 3 in a row. Barney got shot by a G.I. Joe.
I spy? What do I spy?
I am helpful, am I not?
You called?
What is killing? Oh, I think it's Bismuth's
I
cloak.
enjoy our travels. I finished here. Is there more?
I swear there's one over here as well. I thought this room had one in each corner, but I guess not. Sorry guys, don't stand so close to the dinosaur. That's the best advice I can give. Take these back.
Forwards! No, backwards. Backwards!
Let's prove their logic. magic is
I'll
lacking.
make short work of this. May I see your entrails, please?
Kneel before me.
I'll remove this obstacle. The world in crimson.
Out of my sight!
You should have listened to reason.
You are inflamed.
Did you like that? I will see to your demise.
Desna, guide my hand.
You're irrelevant.
Make your peace.
The attack. Let the attack commence.
With all my buffs, I can practically ignore the pit spells. Just drafting you guys.
Die! Die!
I will resist.
Not an option.
And great.
Yeah, I believe that's the scientific terminology for the head of the Triceratops,
Prepare
right? The
yourself.
pokey end.
Burn! Slice! Behead!
I hope you appreciate it. Are you ready to move out?
Trail me.
Yeah, so
What's
the
in
Enigma is
reach?
actually one of those areas where I recommend. It's kind of like the house at the end of time, or edge of time, whatever it is, in Kingmaker, where it's easy to get kind of burned out going through the dungeon, and it's I usually recommend for
Something
people
is
to
not
take
right here.
it piecemeal and play like half an hour at a time, like you would do in a Let's Play, because
This way.
you don't get burned out that way, and I find the experience is a lot more enjoyable. Can we power this whole thing yet? Oh, this only has to be powered first. Okay. No. Let's go grab that. We have to come back to this later, I think.
Carry me.
Or can we grab this out and open this door right now? What? This guy's still lingering?
I'll make short work of this.
Tim Rushwai? Tired of him
No, backwards,
hindering progress.
backwards.
Alright, so the door does stay open. So maybe we can solve this other puzzle real quick. Well, I guess I haven't really been keeping track of my gems. Needs to power this central area. See that, guys? That was geometry. I mean, go this way first, but we don't have the gems to power past this point, so... I don't think we need to go there yet. Do I need another gem for this one? I do. Okay, so we do have to go this way.
Trail me.
I welcome your company. Rules are made to be broken.
I sent out a quick save because I have not been saving. I hate to get in over my head and have to backtrack. Alright, we finally made it into the pyramid.
What's in wait for me there?
This puzzle, once you solve it, you have to solve it in the reverse order. Find another room. I think it has Elven notes in it too.
This way.
Yeah, I'm not dying anytime soon. And I did answer, so I'm moving him forward without a word. I think I'd rather not exist, then I wouldn't have to answer these stupid questions. That's about as trickstery as it gets, right? Also, have all my buffs worn off? Has it been that long? Alright, I'm not going to go down there yet. I think there's some pretty tough fights in that direction. I think that's the one where you have to fight all the undead. Or that's the one where you fight the, or find the dead retriever and get that unique dagger.
Wherever my legs carry me.
The Forbidden Chamber, I think, is where all the undead are.
Road calls me. I'll take the bait.
But again, it could have it backwards. It's not like it really matters. Either way, both those areas may require some buffing.
Forwards! No, no, backwards. Backwards! Trail me.
Okay, so we might have another gem, right? Because we had a gem for... I think they're different gems than what we have slotted right here, right now.
First I said, no, I can't. Too dangerous. Well, then I insisted, but I should. I need that to survive. Then I argued, then agreed to do it. Oh, it's so hard to decide whether to have breakfast or not. What's in wait for me there?
Let's try this direction, see if we can't knock out the next puzzle. No, we don't. Okay. Maybe we do have to go through those two other areas right now. So we'll come up here, we'll rest up, and we'll take care of these two combat zones. Yeah. Typical Nenio. Alright, park ourselves at the entrance to the ruined passages and buff up.
I crave for adventure.
Rina, ea, ea, ora, na, ea, ora, ha, e, riti, ha, e, riti, ha, e, riti, ha, e, riti, ha, e, riti.
I heed the voice
Speak
of the
with your
spirits.
actions, not your words.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
Oops.
Stagioni Savitur! Stagioni Savitur! Stagioni Savitur! Stagioni Savitur! Ona Adayana! Ona Adayana! Ona Adayana! Ona Adayana! Ona Adayana! Ona Adayana! Enemosi Travissi! Omronda gratior! Amorone senter!
Prove my worth.
Yes, what?
Oh, he's affected by mummy
the
rot.
pleasantries.
Let's take care of that real quick. Alright. Ruined passages. Sorry, they can always watch the buffing VOD.
Go for their heart!
Alright, we'll take these guys out as fast as we can, but it will petrify somebody.
May I see your entrails, please?
So if you have blind fight, you won't be petrified.
Forwards? No, backwards, backwards!
The heartbeat quickens.
Desna, guide my hand.
I should have some flesh to stone scrolls, so it shouldn't be a big deal if we do get petrified.
Trail me.
Sorry, stone to flesh scrolls.
Let me draw the first blood.
I think stone to flesh scrolls would be, or sorry, flesh to stone scrolls would be twice as detrimental.
Kneel before me. You are nothing before me.
I will resist.
And good riddance. Yeah, some of the fights in here can be a little crazy. Not these necessarily, but I think the undead fight was fairly difficult. Like, you blitz through most of it, and it's not much trouble, and then
the world's not ending just yet.
this area and the other area can be a little tricky.
I shine in all endeavors, even failed.
Oh, Darren
ones.
wasn't supposed to do that. It's supposed to be,
Commander.
Regil. I'm gonna reload that, because I had the wrong person selected. Honestly, I see Darren actually knowing what the symbol was, and being able to pass all these religion checks, because he's very well educated, from his growing up well.
I welcome you.
But I think just out of spite, he wouldn't tell anybody.
Decide. I've done as requested.
Save the last one for me.
I will resist.
Okay, why don't
This way.
Let's wait to get across right there. Alright, so I think there's a retriever boss down here. Or is it a corpse?
Let's have
the
some
spirits
fun.
demand your blood?
It's just the undead.
World in crimson.
Prepare yourself.
You should listen to reason.
I'll make sure.
It is not an option. This is why I'm better.
I sense something.
Wherever my legs carry me.
What is that?
Alright, so we got Scorpion Sting. I want to use that to fight Rashkagal later. Just for the achievement. It's just a +5 caustic dagger, but we have bonus effects from being a trickster. Neither of which really help us in the upcoming fight, but
Backwards.
they also don't hurt, so. Hey, it is a retriever boss fight.
Kneel before me.
Let's drop a haste real quick.
You are
I've not played Wasteland 3 yet.
Go for their
I do have plans to play the entire Wasteland series on the channel.
What
Not
do
sure
we
when though,
have
because after
here?
Baldur's Gate 3, I'm going to do the Divinity franchise.
I did it.
Yeah, I think you might enjoy
I am
Deadfire if
hopeful.
you enjoyed this game.
Am I not?
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
They are different. They follow different rule sets, but there's a lot of parallels as well, especially being isometric CRPGs. And I think Deadfire is closer to the Pathfinder games than the first Pillars, only because it has the secondary mechanic of the boat and managing the crew. Though it's not nearly as in-depth as the Crusade or Kingdom management from Kingmaker. Sinking Steel, that was for yeah, so this would be good for my Scald run. That's all that matters, man. As long as you enjoy it, doesn't matter how you play.
Oh, did you see that?
Games are meant to be enjoyed. Because I used to play all games on the hardest difficulty. And for some it made sense. Like some games it's an appropriate challenge. Others are not worth playing on harder difficulties. Like the Bethesda games are a great
Wherever my
example.
legs
All they
carry
do is
me.
inflate enemy stats. And it's not fun. This game, the difficulty's handled a little differently. Enemies do get inflated stats, but they also get other mechanics. For instance, one of the settings under difficulty increases number of enemies on core, but also additional enemy behaviors, which I think is default on hard, right? Yeah. So probably in the next playthrough, I'm gonna swap additional enemy behaviors on and see what they change.
Forwards? No, backwards, backwards!
I like when difficulties do more than just inflate stats. Inflating stats is also fine, but, you know, introduce new mechanics. Make it so you have to use all the tools at your disposal.
Trail me.
That's what I want to see out of higher difficulties.
Smile, the world's not ending just yet.
Not words.
The heartbeat quickens.
Sorry guys, didn't mean to scare you.
Press the attack! Retreat is not an option.
Burn!
Whoa!
What's in wait for me there?
Crusading isn't that boring
Turn that guy into a
after
meteor.
all.
Yeah, unfair is
Mind
lives up to
over
its name
muscle.
for sure.
Kneel before
Not a difficulty I'll ever play, just because
May I see your entrails, please?
even if you optimize everything,
The attack commence.
there's never a guarantee that you won't have to reload.
This one's mine!
Because no matter how well you build your characters and your party in these games, you're still fighting luck.
Desna, guide my hand.
That whole combat, everything in combat in these games revolves around mitigating how much you have to rely on luck.
This way.
I'll make short
So
work
unfair
of
is not a
this.
difficulty I'm interested in playing.
Oh, the waiting's never
So we're
fun.
gonna take some dexterity damage there. Let's go ahead and cast heal.
Patricium Durinos!
Fix ourselves up.
Wherever wherever my legs carry me.
It's a really cool area. I like the mausoleum.
Close ranks.
I'll cut you wide open.
Die! Die! Die!
The spirits demand your blood.
It is not an option.
Right, what do they change it? I always forget what the difficulty name is, because they used to have, yeah, so they changed it from challenging to core, and I guess daring to the challenging place. Because they used to only have 3 difficulties on the right side of normal. It was challenging, hard, and unfair in Kingmaker. They added daring, and core, I guess, took the place of challenging.
Forward! No, no, backwards. Backwards.
Yeah, it's very, very large. I don't just mean like,
You are today's sacrifice.
and like size of the game itself. It's very dense.
No secrets can escape my pride.
Let me draw the first blood.
Slice! Behead! May I see your entrails,
I
please?
will see to your demise.
I guess another good way of looking at it is it's both wide and tall.
I hope you appreciate this.
Who it takes this long to get the Robe of Air? I don't think you can find one before this. And it's not like electricity is that good in the game
I'll
either.
move this
Demons
off.
have resistance to electricity damage.
Trail me.
Now, what is that? I am helpful.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Go for
Let
their
the duel
hearts!
commence.
Let the attack commence.
Kneel before.
This way.
The soundtrack in this area always gives me Berserk vibes from the, oh, what's it called? The Golden Age or Golden Age arc. The one with the kind of odd animation.
It's either
You guys
us
do not
or
want
them.
to dance.
Press the attack.
Killing is what I was made for.
The spirits demand your blood!
Your head.
Oh, you.
You should have listened to reason.
It is not an option.
Missed me already.
Let's have some summons here just to soften the blow.
Open your heart to me.
Let's shake a leg.
Tell me, and I'll do
Skip
it.
the
Struggles
pleasantries.
never cease.
Let's get a
always
haste
open
out
to
first.
ideas.
You require my
Quick, quick, else we miss all the fun. Forward!
Save the last one for me.
Minotaurs can hold the line on that side for a little while at least.
Make your peace.
That's right, you just have to kill the master of the undead. I don't think they stop spawning until you do. Alright, let's get out of there before we get crushed by some boulders. We do have a couple more gems. We can go back and maybe solve some of these puzzles in the first area.
Road calls me. I'll take the bait.
I think the green ones are only used in that the big central chamber right here. But I could be misremembering.
I'll cut you wide open.
I'm prepared.
Alright, Minotaurs, please excuse me. This is the one, no more than 3 in a row, right? More than 3 in a straight. So we know... It has to be those two, and... Has to be that one. That's 3 there. Because it can also be diagonal, I believe. These can be either green or red. I think this one has to be green because this one has to be red. X doesn't have to be. Okay, what are we looking at here? So 3, 3, 3. It's 4 here. We can't change that one. Alright, so we have 3, 3, 3, that's 4 here. Three. Four. Okay. So 3, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this one's not slotted. It has to be green. Boom. Okay. No, this is not DLC. This is Nenio's final companion quest. It is in the base game.
I'll make short work of this.
So for the most part, it doesn't seem to be well received, though personally I don't mind it too much.
Now what is that?
I also like puzzles.
I am helpful.
Alright, get him, guys.
Am I not? Spirits demand your blood. You are
those
today's
blue guys.
sacrifice.
We should have enough gems to solve the puzzle on the other side now.
I hope you appreciate this.
Yeah, we've gone probably about halfway through her dungeon at this point. We've knocked out all the puzzles around the the world map. The secrets of creation. Alright, so this is another matching puzzle. I'm pretty sure there's at least 2 hidden objects in each one of these, like, chambers.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Right? Maybe not. I saw there's one of them that had 4 perception checks in one room. I thought it was the one over here. Somewhere. Or over here? It doesn't matter. I thought we checked. We didn't fail any perception checks, so my memory is faulty.
I will prove my worth.
Alright, let's move back a little bit further so these minotaurs get out of the way. Whoops. No. She doesn't see
I will follow my dream.
the creation god. She discovers her origins. But we haven't got to that part yet in this playthrough. Okay, so we have the winged 7. Let's just go 4. That. Spooky ghosty, or spiky ghosty. I keep saying spooky. Winged lightning bolt. 7. Scythe. 7. Backward 7 with a wing. Another winged 7. Oh, I have to remember these are also green, red. The Eye of Sauron. Lightning bolts. Winged lightning bolt. Green scythe. Green ghosty. Red scythe. I forgot to mark this side. It's green. Red scythe. My phone keep turning off. I'm trying to keep track of chat and I can't. Yeah, so she meets. We're in a an area of the abyss. That's a demon lord's realm. Called Enigma. Where the demon lord Areshkagal rules. Alright, so let's knock these out. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I had to jot these down, so I'm trying to decipher my own scribbles. Have that. Shoot, I have to restart. Darn it. Oh, it's right beside it. Wait, what? Oh, as I had to draw back over it because I messed up. It looks like, I don't know what it looks like. Oh, man. Yeah, well, these are the easier puzzles in the
I can do this.
in this area because it just requires memorization. So I just jot it down and go back through and knock it out.
Wherever my legs
The number
carry me.
puzzles are a little bit more difficult, mostly because you have to collect information off of these things. Because there's 3 different types of puzzles in this area. You have the matching puzzles like this. You have the row puzzles. Like this one, the clue is no more than 3 in a straight, so you have to set it up so there's only no more than 3. So there's like 3 green in this row, but it also counts diagonals, which I think you could miss, but I guess if you played a lot of tic-tac-toe like I did growing up, you know that 3 in a row or straight. And then there's number puzzles that we haven't got to yet. And the number puzzles are based off the these symbols that you find in the descriptions for them. The descriptions give you the values, but you have to decipher what the description means. Like one uses a Merilith as the description. You have to know that a Merilith has 6 arms, and so the value is 6.
Forward!
Good, man. How's it going with you? Alright, gonna power this way. So here's our first number puzzle. I didn't loot these last time I was here. Just... Alright, so this
What's
one,
on your mind?
you use the
I
arrows.
wonder.
How many need to be pointing at it depends on the value of the symbol. I don't think we have all the symbols yet. I don't know if we can do this one yet. Let me see the pictures I have accrued. We do have a few. So we have the H's right there. We have the 7s. We have the scythe. We have the spiky ghost. With the tic-tac-toe. And the other symbol. This one. Okay. Yeah, this is the hardest puzzle type in Enigma, I think. But again, mostly because you have to go and decipher what the symbols' values are, and then memorize them as you figure it out. So, this guy needs 6 arrows pointing at him. He currently has 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can point this one diagonally towards him. Have it be 6. How many need to be pointing at the scythe? Alright, so the scythe is, I am the unity that reigns between life and death. That has 2 things listed in that description, life and death, so its value is 2. So 2 need to be pointing at the scythe. So that lines up with this, being turned towards it. But what about this guy? So H is, I'm the Futile Crusade, the last in a line, so that's 5. This needs to have 5 arrows pointing at it. Right now it has 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. You make that 4. 5. Okay. The 7.
The spirits guide me.
Let me just double check. I have 6 pointing at this one, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, and this one needs 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the ghost needs what? On the planes of evil that give birth to demons, devils, and demons. So that's 3. So 1, 2, and 3. This has too many pointing at it. 7, I am the source and the universe, the undivided absolute. None, right? So none can be pointing at 7. Wait, did it reset on me? I had this one turned. Did I not? Guess not. You can also have it just turned off, so it's not pointing at anything. That puts another one on here, so now it's 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, too many. So the ghost, how many was that the ghost again? It sucks because I have to go back there and look at all my pictures. So 3 at this. That's 3 pointing at it. So these don't have to be turned off to the side. What's tic-tac-toe need? All cardinal directions on a spherical planet. So 4. This needs 4 pointing at it. We have 1, 2. So none can be pointing in the center, because 7 is a value of 0. That makes it a little easier, and this also has to be turned off to the side. Does that mean I just have to turn everything, right? This guy needs a turn. Oh, we can't. So, yeah, 7 can't equal 0. Let me go back to this description again. So 7 is what? I am the source and the universe, the undivided absolute. So 3 things are listed, but I thought 3 was the abyss, because I had 3 things listed as well. Oh, maybe it's 2. The source and the absolute. Is there a reset button for this? I don't think there is. I'd like to reset it. It doesn't reset. I just click on them. Reset them.
Well?
See, I had the value wrong for the 7s. Okay, so 7 is 2. Well, let's start with 6. I think it's best to start with the largest one. And we know 6 point at this one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 right now. Only 2 can point at these 7s. Only 2 can point at the center. Let's not start with that one. This one is 5, right? The H. Again, the hardest part is going back through and looking through these pictures time and again. Until I eventually memorize it. Yeah, so this is 5. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's angle this one up. Then that's 5. And we'll go to angle this one up as well to make it 6. Since we have 2 7s here, I'm assuming both these have to be taken off, right? So now only 2 are pointing at the 7s. That's right. And we have 6 at this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And how many at this? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5. That's right. Then the tic-tac-toe is what? 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 pointing at that. Scythe, what are you? See, I have the unity that reigns between life and death. See, that lists life and death as well. But if I am the unity, it means only 1 can be pointing. Shoot, what is the value for the scythe? I think 7 is 2. I am the source and the universe. So yeah, I think the scythe is 1. Can we do that with this? I don't think that you can, since this needs 6 pointing at it. Unless it's these 2. Instead of these 2.
At your discretion.
Alright, so that gives me 3 on this, 4, 5, and 6. What about this guy? We've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so we need 1 more on this guy. I'm guessing is this one.
I'll watch your back.
Alright, let's get a count. So we have 1, 2, 3 on him. How about we lose this guy? Interesting. Out of the way, imp. Alright, so the ghost was what again? On the planes of evil, they give bursts of 3. We have 1, 2, 3 pointing at it. One, two, three. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be symmetrical. Alright, so that's 2 at this one, 2 at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 at this guy. I get 5. It has to be this one, I think.
If it pleases
We
you.
still have 2 pointing at this one. And too many pointing at the center. So more have to be off center. So turn this one up, right? So that's going to be 2 pointing at this one now. We have 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Right, too many pointing at the center still. Okay. Yeah, this is keep losing my train of thought. Yeah, there's answers all over the internet, but I like to figure it out myself. You can also use mods to skip it if you want to. Alright, so let's start at the beginning with 6. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shoot, how many did the tic-tac-toe need again? I didn't have to keep going back and forth with the values. It wouldn't be nearly as difficult. So the H is 5. We have... Let me just reset again. So I could be wrong and this doesn't equal 1, but I'm pretty sure it just equals 1. And we need 6. So if we get this pointing at this, then we don't move this again. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pointing at this guy, 1 pointing at this guy if we don't count the 2 that are currently pointing at it. This guy needs 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Right now 4 is pointing, but we have too many pointing in the center. Only 2 can point in the center. So... point this at this guy. Angle this guy down so it's pointing at this guy. That's 2. The scythe, what are you equal to? That's 1. We already have 1 pointing at it. The ghost is 3. So we're gonna move. And we need 6 pointing at this guy. But we can angle these. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 3 pointing at this. We need 3 pointing here. We have 2. The scythe was what? I think 1. So I have too many pointing in the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 2 pointing at this one. Only 1 pointing at this one. This almost looks right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Maybe this one's supposed to be pointing down. Alright, I'm gonna reset it one more time. Alright, so by default, everything has 4 pointing at one another. Is that one that has a value of 4? I don't think so. Yeah, there is one that has a value of 4. This guy. So he starts off right. We have 4. And this guy. We can only have 2 pointing in the center. That's the hardest part of the puzzle. So if we do, and this one's 3, 2, 5, 6, 1, 4. Okay, so this is actually the easiest one to get off the center here. And give this guy up here. Right? Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on that guy. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on him, so one of those needs to be taken off. I really have 2 pointing at this one right now, so take this one off of this guy. Angle this guy towards the 5. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. It needs 1. I have too many pointing at this one, so let's get one of those off. Like that. The 1, 2. Or keep this one on. Angle this guy in instead.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's too many. But we don't have enough pointing at this one, right? So we can angle this guy this way. Oh, that's a late 1, isn't it? I'm not gonna have this much trouble last time, but I also wasn't streaming it, so I was sitting here contemplating to myself. Alright, so we'll start like this. Let's focus on the smaller numbers now. And try and get just 2 pointing at each one of these, because there's 4 of these, right? They take up majority of the puzzle. So if we get those right, everything else should just fall in line. So right now we have 1, 2, pointing at this one. We have 1, 2, pointing at this one. 1, 2, 3, pointing at this one. So let's get one of these off. And we still have 4 pointing at this one here. So those have to be turned. But I don't think it's that one. I think it's the ones on the sides. There are 3 pointing at this one. We need... Alright, this one needs to be angled down, I think. These arrows can't move because they need to point at this one, I think. 3, 4, 5. There's these two down here I can move. That's 3. You know what? That is a good point, Matthew. Well, it's just not clicking for me this time. Alright. If I look at it from a different angle. Nah, it's not gonna help. It's the same thing. Okay. Once again. We want 6. We'll start with 6. We'll just do it this way. We'll work our way around each side. I think that's how I figured it out last time, right? So currently we have 6 pointing at the 6. And then we need 4 pointing at this one. We got 1, 2, 3. And it being in the corner means none of these 4 can move, right? Oh, this guy can. So we'll just come around and we'll move this guy. So that he's pointing at him. That gives him 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 5 at this guy. So we'll angle this one. Knowing that we can't move any of these right now. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's short 1. This guy can only have 2 pointing at him. We currently have 2 pointing at him, so that's fine. 3 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We turn this guy back, but then we're still going to be short here. I'm not going to turn him back. I think we want to turn this one. So we only have 1 pointing at this guy, right? No, we have 2. This guy. But he's going to get turned up here.
Death is life's final surprise, and I enjoy surprising people.
Alright, so how does this look now? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he has too many pointing at this one. And we need... So let's work back around as we go. I may... I think I'm going to end up working in circles if I do that, though, right? Gotta wait.
We make a great team together.
Who doesn't have a pet? Bring Regil up here.
You can trust me.
Decide already.
Okay. So 4 on this guy. We've got 1, 2, 3. Only 3 right now. No, 4. Right? 2, 3. We could turn this one. Because this guy had 7 pointing at him before, right? So now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This guy should have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5, though. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 needs 2. Oh, 1, 2. This guy needs 3. We have 1, 2. This is pointing at this, right? I needed that one for the 6. This guy should have 2 pointing at him. He doesn't have any. Huh. It's worth it. Made a lot more sense the first time I played through there. Alright, so angle this one up. So now there's only 3 pointing at this one. There's 5 pointing at this one. We need 5 pointing at this, 4 at this. There's 4 currently pointing at that one. We need 5 here. We can angle this one up. That'll give this one 6. And I'll also give this one 5. So this one only has 2 pointing at it. This one only has 2 pointing at it. This one still has 4 pointing at it. And this one still has 4 pointing at it. So our focus needs to be getting the ones off the center. That gives that one 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this one has to point at it, right? Because it can only be... Well, maybe not. It's... I don't remember it being this hard. I had a thing for it last time, a strategy. I might go look up my video to see how I figured it out. I'm pretty sure there's a pattern that I followed, like around it. I just don't remember what it is now. It's driving me up a wall because I keep, instead of like focusing on the puzzle, I keep trying to figure out or remember what I did last time to solve it, and it's pulling me out of the puzzle itself. So we'll get there. We'll get there. As soon as I figure out, it's going to click for me, and the rest of the puzzles like this going forward should be easier. At least that's the plan. We'll see if that's what happens though. So we have 2 pointing at this one. We have 2 pointing at this one. 2 pointing at that one. Wait, so what's wrong? The 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6.
By your order.
1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3. I think this one has to go through the center, right? Take care, Matthew. I have this figured out by stream time tomorrow. Alright, so we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Needs 5. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 towards this one. 1, 2. 3. That's 3, right? 1, 2. This one has 1, 2. This one doesn't have any pointing at it, right? I think that's what we need to do here. It's only 1 pointing at this one. Maybe I need to angle this one off. We still have 2 pointing at this one. So I think... we need to angle that one, right? So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I miscount 1, 2. Okay. 4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 2 pointing at this one. We need 5 at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 3. I get 5 from 5. That's too many pointing at this one.
March on.
Okay. None of this looks right. I feel like I'm just going in circles at this point. I felt like I was really close there. There was like 1 or 2 moves I had to make. And see, I'm always afraid to point the arrows off. I don't think you do that, though. I think you use all the arrows. Alright, let's get 6 pointing at this one again. I'm thinking we have to point all these in. You can only have 1 arrow pointing here anyway, right? So we have 1 here. But I wonder if it's even that. This is going to be the 1. So if we just angle all these inward, so it's not pointing at the one that needs 1. We use the column with the smallest values probably as our base for this puzzle, right? Well, we have too many pointing at this, so we'll take this off. We have diagonals pointing at this, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One of those has to be angled. Probably towards the 5, right? Alright, so what do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This guy, we have 1, 2... I have to angle this guy up, right? 4. So you want to turn as many arrows away from the center. Oh, hey! See? We're eventually going to get it. The whole goal, I think, of this puzzle was to get as many arrows pointing away from the center as possible. I think I was trying to use the 6 as my base, but I think I had to use the 1 as my base. and these two 2s here. And basically just angle as many arrows away from this side as possible. So, yeah, I was starting at the wrong end of the value spectrum. Alright, my 10th run, I'll have that down pat. I need to go back and look at my video for this and figure out how I solved it the first time. That's not how I did it with the values. Oh, and by the way, this puzzle was completely optional.
Danger ahead! Prepare yourself!
Yeah, I also don't remember if I threw in an edit to solve that puzzle the first time. I'm fairly certain that I did. If I didn't, well, kudos to me. Alright, so we should be done with all the puzzles on this side of the dungeon. Also, I do think that solving puzzles is a little easier off-stream than when I'm, engaged in an active stream. Gameplay in general is a lot easier when I'm not streaming, so. Alright. I'm going to call it here. Next time we'll continue through the Enigma. We'll knock out some more puzzles. Now that we solved that one, the rest of them should be easier, but I shouldn't jinx myself, right? So. Either way, for now, hopefully you guys enjoy the stream. Stay safe, stay classy. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Hit my end record key. Couldn't stop my stream though. Whoops. All right.